So look, I haven't been 100% truthful over the last few months, and I feel like I need to make this video. If you're watching this video, you probably know I started my social media marketing agency in 2019. We scaled from 0 to 10K a month in 45 days. And then roughly a year later, we got to 50K a month. And I get questions all the time. Adam, are you still running your agency? How much does your agency still make you per month? The truth is, I don't have an agency right now. In fact, at the end of 2022, I officially sold my half of my agency to my business partner. So at the start of 2023, I literally came into the year with no agency, just my coaching consulting business, and one very strong promise to myself that I wouldn't do any business partnerships or any new businesses for an entire year. So I gave myself this entire year of 2023 to focus on my coaching consulting business and myself. So I've done other things. I ran a half marathon in March. In June, I ran a full marathon. I bought a villa. I've just done some other things that I wanted to do. And now I feel like it's right to update you guys on the journey. So I know it sounds pretty cool, right? I sold my half of my agency. So that means I started an agency, got it to 7 figures, and then sold it. But I'll be honest, it's not as glamorous as that sounds. That sounds really fucking good. If I saw that in a YouTube video and a title, I'd be like, wow, that's so impressive. But look, here's the full truth. About a year before I sold my half, me and my business partner had a conversation. And ultimately what we decided at that point was that we didn't want to run the business together anymore, but none of us were willing to buy the other one out. So we're in this stalemate situation. We decided in that moment that we were just going to run the company on a very low level. So we were going to scale down. We were not going to do as much outreach and try to sign as many clients. And ultimately our goal was to just run the company like this, slowly dip over time. Because if we go from signing 5 or 10 clients a month to signing 0, well, maybe 1 or 2, right? Just from people we spoke to a few months back, some old leads, naturally the business is going to decline, right? Because if we have 50 clients, each month, not all 50 clients will renew. Maybe 45, 46, 47 renew. So if you do the math, eventually you'll just get to a point where each month you're just losing a couple thousand per month. So we were happy with that, right? That was the decision we made, and we were like, cool, perfect, let's do that. It's paying us out lots of money. We really don't have to work on this literally at all, right? Like the most minimal amount of work ever to be getting paid out money every single month. Quite insane. But about somewhere between 6 to 9 months after we made that decision, we get to a point where I realize I need to get out of it now. Look, we're humans. You can get along with someone for a very long time, and then sometimes there comes a point where you guys just have different opinions, right? You have different views on how to do things. So that's all it was. We literally were just 2 people with 2 different views on how to do it. So I remember getting to that point, and it was August or September, something like that. And I remember deciding, right, I want to get out of this now. And it's kind of like he read my mind, because he had offered to buy me out. Like, it was really weird. It's like he knew. At first, I didn't really entertain it because I started to think, well, he thinks he has more to gain by buying me out, so maybe I should just stay in, or maybe I should buy him out. So we kind of went back and forth for a bit, and then eventually we get to the conclusion that, okay, he's going to buy me out. So you might be wondering, like, Adam, why would you not continue to run the agency, or why would you not try and buy him out? First, I knew I could build my own agency from scratch, because my role in the company was always sales and marketing. That was my main speciality. His main speciality was more on client delivery and team side. If I'm the one that pretty much brought in all the clients, then that's the main problem most agency owners have. So I can probably just do that again myself and scale up very, very fast. So that was the first thing. I realized, okay, I can just build up a new agency. That'll be easy. And secondly, I didn't think it was actually worth buying him out, because there wasn't that much to buy, right? All I would be buying is systems, which I already had, team members, which I could find again. So it's not like, you know, you're selling like an e-commerce business, right? Where like there's like a brand and there's products and there's all of these things that are attached to the brand that are really valuable. Like with an agency, it's basically getting clients and having a team to serve the clients. So I didn't feel it was worth spending money to buy that, and I thought I'll just create my own. But the process took way longer than expected. And like any buyout negotiation, it doesn't always go very smooth. So communication broke down. There was points where we didn't speak for 2 to 3 weeks, or, you know, I tried communicating, but there wasn't responses. And eventually at the end of the year, the deal went through. At that point, after how long it took and the negotiations and really the stress that came with it, I'll be honest, I thought I was very stoic and good at dealing with stress, but that really affected me. I decided I am not going to build another agency. I told myself for an entire year, you're going to do this coaching consulting stuff. You really fucking love it. You're getting great results for students. Your student success manager still runs an agency. And everything you've learned from the past 3 or so years, you're still going to be able to teach to people. And the funny thing is, we're getting better student results now than we did before, because my full focus is on our students, our community, the program, everything we do. So I had this doubt that, okay, maybe I won't be able to get people as good results because I won't have as much skin in the game. And that was completely false. We've had better results, more consistent wins, and students hitting record numbers. Like literally, we've had tons of students hit 20 to 30K a month this year. And so after making that promise to myself of no partnerships and no other businesses for an entire year, I stuck to it. So will I start another agency? Probably. Like, I cannot tell you the amount of times throughout this year where I have been this fucking close. But when you make a promise to yourself, you don't break it. I'm a principled man, so if I said that I was going to do that, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I think I will. I'm very excited, and I've had literally dozens of ideas for agencies over the last 12 months. Like, insane amount of ideas. So I wanted to make this video because I felt like it made sense. I felt like it only makes sense for you guys to know this publicly, that I sold my half of the agency. And I guess it's kind of cool, right? Like I said at the start, it's kind of an impressive thing to say. You didn't just build a 7-figure agency, you then were able to sell it as well. Sounds pretty good. So with that, guess I'll see you in the next video.